So when y'all transition from like, all right, we ain't fuck this poetical prophet. We gon' this little nigga Nas just came out. This nigga done got the hood on fire. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you, because I was a spectator at the time just watching. And when y'all came with that motherfucking shook ones, bro, it was like, yo, niggas was like, Nas, niggas banging on your door. That's when it got crazy. I was like, they banging on Nas' door, bro. Like, these niggas. Yeah, and then Survival of the Fittest. But I ain't gonna lie, them beats was just that production, bro. Whatever you was fucking doing, I don't know where your head was at.
That was a whole bunch of St. Ives and OE. You know what I'm saying? Whole bunch of St. Ives and OE.
Damn.
You know, had a nigga in the zone. And plus, you know, we was in the projects making the beats. You know what I'm saying? We was in the hood because the music, the equipment was at Prodigy crib.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes he would get sick a lot and he wouldn't be home. And then I would have to travel like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours to get to Long Island. So I was like, you know what? Let's bring the crib, let's bring the equipment to Queensbridge so we could get like a better vibe. You know what I mean? Because we used to be in Long Island, just secluded.
Is that when Prodigy came to Queensbridge? Or he was there before that?
He was there before. I used to bring him with me, you know what I'm saying, to QB and all of that. And then, you know, all of the crew, we used to all go to Long Island. But it was like, yo, he was out in Queensbridge so much, it was like, just bring the equipment to QB. Because now you could just be outside.
That's the best decision.
You could be outside, you get that vibe.
Yeah, you get the feel.
I used to get that vibe.
You can make a beat, go right outside, see how it affect it, see how it
then go right upstairs.
Yeah, go upstairs.
And just be like, in the zone, like, you know what I'm saying? And
nah, that's dope. And I mean, that's probably the best thing that was the best idea. Because you could feel it in the music.
It was a natural decision, you know what I mean? Because it's like, because you know what? Because sometimes I used to be in the club and I used to go to the club to be seeing how people was reacting to different records. You understand what I'm saying? And then go home and make beats. So it only made sense that I had the equipment in QB because that's where all the vibe was coming from, that we're all, you know, everything that our environment that we was rapping about, it was coming from there. So I didn't want to wait too long to be like, okay, some shit just happened, let me go make some beats, and I take 2 hours for me to go get to the music equipment. I said, no. I needed to be spontaneous. As soon as some shit happened, and just be like.
But you could feel it in the music.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, it feel like if a motherfucker never walked through Queensbridge, they throw on the infamous, they could feel like they've been in, especially with the packaging and all that, the way I did the album artwork and all that, it feel like you in the projects when you throw that disc on, you know what I mean? From the beginning to the end. But you being from Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying, what inspired you? Like, who from around your way, like, inspired you? Like, I grew up all over. I moved to Brooklyn when I was a kid, so I grew up all over. But I was inspired by like, I started rapping when I was like 8.
Oh shit!
Like a baby, because my older cousins was in it, and that was my guidance. You know what I'm saying? So wherever I'm at the time, I'm checking for. I remember the first shit I heard was like UTFO, man. Yum. I'm like, this shit is weird. And then the Fat Boys, Run DMC, of course, because they was the popping shit. But it still was like, that shit was popular. But when I started to really like delve into other artists, that was even when Public Enemy came out with their first shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like, what the fuck is this? Like Rebel, my Uzi weighs a ton. Hold it, I get up, I get down. My Uzi weighs a ton. Hold up. I'm like, this shit's different. And then I was like, this is crazy. This is some shit that and then I fell in love with just writing down. And I was learning, hip hop was teaching me how to read and shit. I had no interest in school until I started listening to hip hop. And then niggas, remember you can buy the tape with all the lyrics be there. So for real? Yeah, you remember back in the day, it was written as got all the lyrics on.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know, so you can read along with the shit.
Got you.
Read along with it. So
I used to write this shit down.
I used to write it too. I used to, because some of them niggas ain't had this shit. So if you ain't have it, I write it down.
I used to write the whole shit down.
So I could memorize it, so I know it.
Right, because then you could
and then you ain't know the word. You go look the word up. Like, yo, what the fuck is this? You go, and so it's giving us vocabulary. It's doing a lot for us. That was the power of this culture. You know what I'm saying? The power of this culture. You teach the motherfuckers that only want to read and write. And now they read and writing because they writing down these rap lyrics.
Absolutely.
It's so polarizing.
Absolutely. And not to cut you off. So now to go back to see like as artists, what we do, you know what I'm saying? How creative we are and what we do. And for somebody to just come along and just kill
and take it about
fucking somebody.
This not only that, but it's deeper than that. It's because they it's the people with the money, right? Telling these kids this is what you gotta represent. You gotta represent this shit that's probably gonna make somebody want to kill you. Know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's probably gonna make somebody want to kill you. Like you said, they tell you this is what works. You gotta go out here and throw these chains on. Yeah, go out here and floss. Like you said, these niggas, you got ops, you got this, you got like even like I said, I grew up listening to throw your guns in the air, Papa. We ain't hear about Onyx and them niggas really being in shootouts and shit like that. Know what I'm saying? It was like them niggas was like, let's do slam and get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Niggas was like, yo, it's a record, it's an image. It was like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now it's like, fuck that image, we keeping it real. But now that the DAs is coming down on niggas, they be like, nah, it's an image. Like, you gotta figure the shit out. Because now not only niggas getting killed, niggas is getting locked up. Look how many niggas get RICO charges.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. And you telling me that ain't somebody's, by design? That shit is by design, King.
Yeah,
that shit is by design.
But at some point, you know.
Cause y'all was getting it, Mobb Deep, I remember, y'all niggas was known for a certain thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas was deep, niggas beating niggas up, you know what I'm saying? Niggas get beat up, niggas get shot up, you know what I'm saying? It was happening. But at the same time, the way it's happening now was like, it's just so prevalent. It's almost like
too prevalent.
You almost like you expecting the shit to happen. Yeah. Like, who next?
It's disgusting.
It's fucking disgusting,
It's
King.
disgusting.
To get back on some Mobb Deep shit, this is what I want to ask about, right? Because after the success of the infamous album, right? Y'all went to Hell on Earth, right? And that's another classic. Y'all got 3 certified, 3.5 like certified undeniable classic albums. And when Hell on Earth came out, I was like, okay, it ain't no sophomore jinx. Y'all started to make money now. Now y'all making money and shit, right? Now y'all get into the bag. And then y'all drop motherfucking, what came out there? Murder Music, right?
Murder
Music came. And I think that's the one that changed the game. That was the game changer.
Yeah.
What the fuck made you sample the message though?
Cause I ran out of fucking samples. You know what I'm saying? Like literally ran out of samples. I'm in my crib, fucking bored, making beats. I'm like, damn, what can I sample next? So I got this Sugar Hill record just sitting there. I'm looking at the shit every day, just flinging it. You know what I'm saying? Like, not flinging it because it was whack. I mean, I love the message, but I never thought that it would be a viable record to sample. I just had it for whatever reason. And then one day I said, you know what? Fuck it, let me put this shit on. So I put it on. And, you know, I always like to slow shit down. You know what I'm saying, when I sample it. And that was a fast record. So I said, well, how would it sound slowed down? Slowed it down. I said, all right. Triton was popping at the time. I said, let me add some keys on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a professional keyboard player, but I play by ear. So I just, and just kept that melody, put that on top, threw the shit to the back. And that was that. Prodigy used to come to my house every day, listening to beats while I was upstairs sleeping. And I came down, he said, Havoc, what's this? I was like, oh, it's just some shit I made. And he did a whole song to it.
Oh man, thank you for that, P.
Right, did a whole song to it.
Son, oh man, and Prodigy's the king of the one-liners, like we was talking about. Prodigy, I was watching this Just Blaze podcast, and he asked Jadakiss the top 5 voices in hip hop history, and you know he had some good picks. I ain't gonna lie. He said like Guru, he said like Method Man. You know what I'm saying? I forgot who else he said, but I think he left P out, man. And to me, I gotta put P number 1.
He got one of those definitely.
He had the best voice.
You know,
I put my lifetime. I mean, it just
the voice, the cadence.
The nigga, the cadence of that voice just made him. He ain't even have to rhyme his words sometimes, and it still sounded dope.
Yeah,
like,
he did that a lot.
Yeah, like he don't even
like,
got.
In my head, I'm like, that shit didn't even rhyme. So, but he pulled that shit off. You know what I mean?
Word, he just like trust me on this, bro.
Yeah, I never questioned.
And then y'all threw Kim on the quiet storm. Right. Y'all invented the Lil Kim dance, bro. Everything. I ain't going front. Y'all invented the Lil Kim shit, bro.
It's crazy.
That shit gave her a whole new swag.
Yeah. I mean, she do it to this day. You know
this day, that's
like the favorite part of the song. They like, fuck the lyrics. She just start going like that. It's over. It's like Havoc who's on stage.
Yeah, she do that, it's over, bro.
Yeah, she took the song from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like it's her song.
That's
but
fire, though.
You know, God bless her. That's like my sister.
Nah, that's fire, though. I think that shit,
man. No. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, that was a smart move for y'all throw her on it.
Hell yeah, because, you know, before that, it was just straight sausage fest at the parties. We was like, yo, son, we need some...
we need some energy for this.
Some shorty fans, you know what I mean? So that's why we
like I said, I was at the video shoot. I was at the Quiet Storm video.
You told me.
Yeah, they had the rain. I was sitting there like, because I was just getting out of prison, bro. And I'm like, not only am I at a Mobb Deep shoot, but Lil Kim sitting in the car. I'm like, yo.
Right.
I'm sitting there like mesmerized. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Not knowing we gonna be fighting a few years later and shit.
Can't predict the future.
I couldn't predict the future, but I'm sitting there mesmerized by this shit. Like, yo, this is crazy, bro. That's Lil Kim, that's Mobb, and then y'all had a little the trailer. It was right there in the city. I'm like, yo,
right there. I think it was we did that in the supper club. It was like right outside the supper club.
Right outside the club. Exactly.
Right outside the supper club.
That's the first time I seen fake rain. I'm like, niggas can make rain and shit.
Right, make it rain.
Yeah, they had it. I'm like, this shit is this. And that was another aspect of my life where I gotta make it. Cause I ain't have a deal or demo or nothing. I just had a dream and a book bag full of raps that I wrote.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, if I can get close to Mobb Deep this fast, I'm on the right path. You know what I'm saying? And then we became friends ultimately. Yep. And speaking of Kim, right? Not to segue off too far, but Lil Kim, right? I think Kim kind of like set the tone with the hyper-sexuality in hip hop for females.
For sure.
Would you say so?
Absolutely. You know, because she came through and she wasn't shy about her sexuality at all.
Yeah, saying like the most off the wall shit. I mean, then you had, because before that, what we had, Salt and Pepper? Like Push It was the most raunchy shit.
Right, Push It. You know
Push It. We looking like, this is crazy.
Right.
Kim came and took that shit somewhere else.
She pushed the envelope.
She pushed the envelope.
She definitely did.
And now I see a lot of her influence. This is what I mean about the influence of certain artists. Because now, ain't a female rapper that's popping that I don't see the Lil Kim influencing.
Straight up. They need to give her flowers.
Yeah.
I mean, they give Kim get her flowers all day, but you know those future would be female MCs. They need to pay homage because that's the.
But let me ask you a question: do you think that it's by design or by reason where like all the female rappers is like my pussy, like over sexuality,
right?
And then an artist like Lauryn Hill probably wouldn't thrive in today's rap. Like she can come out with that same album,
right?
Today, which won 5 Grammys in one night.
Right.
And being that she's saying, girl, you know you better watch out, which is going against what was. Right. Now we got, no disrespect to these young ladies, but now we got Lotto, she twerks. We got, you either twerking or you sucking some dick or you throwing some pussy or you getting a nigga for his money. It ain't nothing that's saying beneficial to being a black woman. Right. And if you do, I feel like you got an artist like Rhapsody who's fucking incredible.
Amazing.
And then she don't get no burn.
I mean, she get the burn where it's well deserved, right? And ultimately, she will be remembered. You know what I mean? Because she.
You think so, man?
I believe so. I would like to think so. I would hope so. Yeah, you know, she will be remembered because she stand out. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I think Lauryn Hill, if she came out with the album today, with that album, I think it would stand out and it would do the same numbers, maybe even more because it stands out. You understand what I'm saying?
No, bro. But
I think because it stands out.
Because there's a lot of great music that's in that vein and it's not standing out.
But Lauryn Hill is like beyond great. You understand what I'm saying? That's an anomaly. You know what I mean?
There's some anomalies out there. It's just they just not getting no burn, my nigga. Like,
I think.
Know what I'm saying? You gotta go search for that shit. Because,
true indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
True indeed. But I'm the person that I always say this. You know, if somebody put out something that's great and it's not getting no burn, and they give up, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? They gotta keep pushing.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because good music is good music, and it's gonna get hurt.
But I think this internet wave is different because a lot of the music that I hear, I see it and it does well, and I say this ain't nothing about the music. This is all about the way the nigga look. The nigga got to look his gimmick. You know what I'm saying? Because the music don't even make no fucking sense. And I like Lil Yachty and them niggas. I'm not gonna front Lil Uzi Vert. Them niggas to me is trash. Like I when it comes to hip hop, I don't bite my tongue. Like because I try to listen like from a artistic standpoint. And I some of that shit I hear the appeal in it. I'll be like, but then I say, oh, this.
You said you can hear the appeal.
Yeah, I hear the appeal. I say, I see why this is appealing. You know what I'm saying? But then I start looking for anything outside of the package, like Ice Spice, for instance. If we didn't know what Ice Spice looked like, would we be loving that record?
Me personally,
if we didn't see the Annie looking hair. If think about it.
Okay,
if we didn't see the Annie hair, the image. Let's say, you know, they say video killed a radio star, right? Let's say it was up to these motherfuckers' actual music to become a star. How many would you think it would work? They don't figure out marketing like wrestling, bro.
You know what? I really try to step outside the box and listen to the music without trying to think about the artist, right? You know what I mean? And I'm listening to the lyrics. At first, in the beginning, for a lot of years, I always was like, that shit is whack, right? But then I started thinking, I was like, yo, these people was from a different generation. So I'm looking at it through a lens that I won't be able to understand. I know.
Nas was 17 when he made Illmatic.
I know.
Eric B. and Rakim.
But you got to think about it. Out, the internet is dumbing everything down.
That's my point.
The internet is dumbing things down.
You're making my point.
But to them, it's not dumbed down. To them, it's like.
But to us, it is. That's like if my kids say, yo. I shouldn't know multiplication in 12th and 10th grade. Yes, you should.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to know certain shit.
But think about it. Your kids, they listen to this music, don't they? They listen to it, right?
My son don't. He don't fuck with it? My daughter like old school music.
Oh, she
thinks it's trash.
Okay, so you got.
My daughter thinks it's trash.
So you got exceptional children that I expect you to have.
My daughters be like.
But the majority of them, they listening to this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's on a timeline.
They can't tell the difference. You understand what I'm saying?
But that's up to us.
True indeed. But now we got to think about it.
Our parents did it for us.
But think about
our parents taught us about the Temptations. They taught us about artists.
But they didn't like our music.
The same artists you were sampling.
But they didn't like our music.
But your music was just their music, sampled. You was taking their music,
but they wasn't partying with us.
No, they wasn't.
They wasn't listening to our music. So it's the same thing every generation. But every generation. You understand?
Check it out though. This is the difference, right? We were smart enough because the intelligence came in to what hip hop was. Because hip hop was sampling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hip hop was taking some shit, chopping it. Niggas would take a turntable and make an instrument out of a turntable and make zigga, zigga, zigga.
Right.
You couldn't be on no lower vibrations coming up with that kind of shit. Even when you look at graffiti, how motherfucker could tag on a side of a bridge. You be like, how the fuck did niggas get up there?
Get over there.
Get over there. Now niggas sip some syrup and be sitting here, lean the fuck out and be like, this is cool. Man, we gotta tell these niggas this shit ain't cool, bro.
True indeed.
Because now y'all dying. Now y'all losing y'all lives.
Right.
Now we watching these kids implode. Now it ain't fun no more.
Right.
First we could point at them and be like, look at this. Now we gotta step up and be like, we the elders, bro.
True indeed.
We the elders and we gotta give these young motherfuckers guidance because they dying every day. We gotta tell these guys.
They not trying to listen. They not trying to listen.
They're gonna have to listen, bro. Listen or be left behind. And that's what's happening. And we watching it. Because these young ladies, I'm not telling these young ladies not to get the bag, but stop teaching our fucking little girls. I got 2 daughters I'm raising. I don't want my daughter to go up against OnlyFans to where you promoting this shit. Oh, what make my daughter think she what was her logical reason to go to school and get an education if y'all promoting, oh, she could get naked on the internet and make $500,000 a year? What's the fuck is her motive to say, nah, I want to go work the hard way and go be a nurse or go be a doctor or go be a chiropractor or veterinarian, whatever the fuck.
Like you said, that's up to us.
It's up to us.
Right? We gotta instill that in.
But then look what we up against, especially when y'all taking hip hop, which is our strongest weapon, and using it against us. They using hip hop shit against us.
True indeed.
With the gang banging shit too, bro. The gang banging shit is wiping us out. Yo, in Chicago on Halloween, which was yesterday, man. 44 people getting shot, bro.
Man.
The fuck is that? That's more than Ukraine.
Right.
They like niggas
and they in a war.
Yeah, they in a fucking war.
On paper. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.